Yo, what's good? Skano from the gutter. So, former rapper Shyne is out for Diddy blood, apparently. And I guess you can't blame him, man, at all. So, as you know, Shyne back in the day was an artist on Bad Boy. He was next up at that time period, back in, what was this, early 2000s. So, just right before Shyne's career could really take off, though, there was an incident at a club, which I'm sure you're all aware of, the backstory on that, as far as the shooting. The shooting at a girl, young lady got shot in the face at this club. She even has come out, recently and said she knew Diddy shot her. She knew, like, basically, this is a open secret in New York. And people outside of New York have heard this as well, because I've been heard this shit way back. That actually Shyne wasn't the one that committed that shooting. It was Puffy. And Shyne, being a soldier, being, like I said, man, when you have allegiance to the wrong people, man, that could be your downfall. So Diddy being the type of person he is, he let Shyne take that fall. And it wasn't like Shyne was forthgiving about what actually occurred. So by all intents and purposes, Shyne took the rap for it. But I guess he was left high and dry, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he has been on he has since been on a war path, social media war path. Not full blown, but now it's full blown. So now he's coming out disclosing these different, allegations, things that he said he observed during his time dealing with Diddy. He's substantiating a lot of these accusations. He brought up something that was interesting. He said there was an incident that took place with R&B. Well, he didn't get specific about what genre, but he did say it was a male group. He didn't say whether it was a rap group. I'm assuming it was an R&B group. Let me see. I'm thinking of, is that 211? What was that? What was that male rap group that he was managing back in the day? Damn, why I keep thinking 211? It wasn't 712 because that's them chicks out of Vegas. Damn, I can't remember these dudes' names. But you remember it was an R&B group at that time that was really popping. They did features with Biggie, and they kind of fizzled out after a while. Man, what dude is putting out there is kind of like making, you know what I'm saying? They make you wonder, okay, is that why they just fell off? I need to remember their name, man. But y'all probably know who I'm talking about. They did the collab song with Puffy as a tribute to Biggie after Biggie passed. Faith Evans. What is the name of that damn rap? Anyway, so this particular, I may not even, I may be way off, but I'm thinking that's who he's referring to. He said there was a male member of that group who there was a sexual liaison that took place between this member and Diddy, and at some point, for whatever reason, dude fell out of favor with Diddy. I don't know whether he had an issue with, what took place as far as, these activities, or if it was a lover spat, or dude just, he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, you was on some fuckery, what's going, like some buggery type shit, you know what I'm saying? Calling him out. But basically, he's insinuating that Diddy did the whole, you know what I'm saying, date rape thing on one of these male members of this R&B group. I keep saying R&B group because I'm convinced that's who he's referring to. And I keep thinking 112 for some reason. So anyway, he also comes out and says, he pretty much, like I said, substantiates these allegations, saying, yeah, Puffy was on that type shit back in the day. He also implies that it wasn't just relegated to adult, adult participants. In other words, anybody was fair game. Underage, women. He says, dude, has been doing this shit since way back in the 90s. So he's coming out with some. I think Shyne may end up being. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen. If they're gonna subpoena him or not. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get interviewed if he hasn't already been interviewed, because the shit that Shyne is putting out there, and you could say, I don't know whether it's cap or not. Like I said, there hasn't been, to my knowledge, anything further brought up by the feds based on any information Shyne provided. But this may be new information to the feds. So at some point they may be, looking to interview him. But obviously Shyne would have it axe to grind. He pretty much blames Puffy for ruining his life, putting a whole stop to his career, and left him high and dry when he was doing that time. Like, pretty much disassociated himself from Shyne, Puffy that is, and just left dude on an island after he took the rap for him. So hell yeah, I can understand why he would have some deep animosity for him. So now Shyne, like I said, is on this whole social media warpath, adding more fuel to the fire that is, these allegations. But I will have to. It's coming across kind of disingenuous to me, because it's like, if you was aware of this, and like I said, bro, like I've been saying, in every video about this topic that I put out, there are other people, if not involved, that are aware of this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is no secret. So my whole thing is, y'all didn't have a problem with it then, And that's why, and I also said this. There was a lot of people quiet. You didn't hear nobody coming to Puffy's defense. And I said this months ago. Why? Why is no one coming to his defense? Why is no one in his social circle? And this is a dude who's plugged in LinkedIn with all type of different. Why has no one come to his defense? Because they all knew about it. They've been knowing about it. Some of them are complicit in it. So they shaking like a dice game right now. Hoping and praying that Diddy don't try to throw them to the wolves to, to knock his time down. Even though he hadn't got sentenced yet. And this shit all yet to play out. But, so it's common. It makes sense to me that there would be other people, if not involved, aware. There's no fucking way, because, like I said, he's saying that these parties are prevalent. Now you got Boosie coming out saying, yeah, man, all the entertainers and, everybody in the music and entertainment industry does this type of shit. I think he's referring to the sex orgies, though. I don't think I hope he's not referring to all the other shit, that's going on. But it's still like it just sound bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Boosie, sometimes I think he just say shit to be controversial, to go against the grain, to get his name in the algorithms, like calling out Rollo, and that whole situation. But I pretty much feel like Boosie just say shit just to say it sometimes, and because it's not a good look for you right now, but at the same time, Boosie don't rely on, public perception to get his money. So, he got no problem coming out, saying some shit. I ain't saying he full-blown defending Puffy, but, so, like I was saying, man, this shit it's a network. And I do believe, like he's saying, this shit is a common occurrence, amongst. Listen, it's regular niggas that do this type shit. If you got some money and some clout, man, women are going to be around you. That's just the way it is. So you don't even have to be a celebrity. It's regular, you know what I'm saying? Regular street niggas, regular niggas that's just bossed up. Like I said, they got some paper and they willing to spend it, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit pops off. So I can imagine what goes on if you scale that shit up 100 times. You're talking about millionaires, billionaires. So yeah, I could imagine. So that part is not shocking. Nobody is shocked that sexual orgies occur. It's all the other shit, the date rape, drugs, all this other shit. You got different men coming out accusing dude. So the shit Shyne's saying, man, basically is that dude he himself has been privy to certain situations that took place that had him looking at Puffy a certain way. But my mind, I'm like, well, why was you still fucking with this nigga? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I would say to anyone who had knowledge about this. And that's why you ain't hearing nobody saying nothing. Because that's exactly how most people are going to look at you. You know, where were y'all at during all the years this shit was taking place? So now everybody want to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. No, you're not going to hear nothing from no one unless their name is in that indictment. But Shyne, obviously, like I said, man, having an axe to grind, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. So this is the thing. When you start to gain some power, some clout, influence, and don't make no mistakes, man. I don't care what level you talking about. Corporate, streets, entertainment. You're going to have to step on some necks on the way to the top. That's just the way it is. 9 out of 10, you're going to have to step on some necks. And sometimes it's some people that was around you at a certain point that you just cut off or you stepped on for whatever to push your agenda, or they just got caught up in the, you know what I'm saying? But those people don't forget. You may forget about them, but they will never forget. You dig what I'm saying? So during the process of his his ascension in music, entertainment, and business, I'm pretty sure he made a lot of enemies, man, or at least a few. And Shyne being one of the most public, and we don't know how many different women he done screwed over during the. It's going to be a lot of people looking to give some, you know what I'm saying, to pile on this shit, man. And being that the feds, they want to destroy him. So, you know what I'm saying? Of course, even if it's cap, they probably gonna kind of tutor you along. You know what I'm saying? Because the feds be knowing when people full of shit. But if they really want you, they would take that cap testimony and you know what I'm saying, manipulate it, and you know what I'm saying, just so it sounds probable, reputable, whatever. Yeah, we can work with that. You willing to testify? Okay, we can work with that. So you're going to see a lot of people coming out of the woodwork, man. Because, like I said, this nigga, obviously, the way he moved, he has made a lot of enemies over the course of his career, or whatever, however you want to put it. But, so at this stage, it's still got to play out in court. It ain't looking good, obviously, but to the point Boosie made, it's not illegal to have an orgy. It's not illegal to be a weirdo, pervo freak if you are dealing with willing, participants. You know what I'm saying? Grown people that are willingly, that isn't a crime. To that end, I agree with Boosie. But you sounding disconnected, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just not a good time. I don't see what you stand to gain from trying to defend Puffy at this point in stage. It just got you looking weird, but it is what it is, man. But this shit is getting crazy out here. You got in Israel, they using transistor radios and cell phones to blow up Hezbollah, what they call terrorists. I'm not too educated on foreign affairs, but I try to kind of keep in touch. And this case is kind of wild, man. How Israel is basically, started a war, man, with Hezbollah, using cell phones transistor radios, things that anything, any type of electrical device with a battery in it that somehow using code words, or if a certain code word is said or texted, these devices will just explode. People, regular civilians being blown up, eyeballs ruptured because you holding a cell phone to your face and it just explode. You know, you can use your own imagination. So we talking about all type of horrendous injuries that not to just Hezbollah members, but to regular civilians in grocery stores. People legs blown off. It's some wild video out there, man. And so is this the next wave of tactical warfare? Using cellular devices to delete a unknowing target, and that could be anybody, So, I just thought I thought that was interesting. But we got a new trend. I wouldn't say it's new, but it's becoming more prevalent, particularly in Cleveland, and that's with female shooters. So there's been a rash of deletions on the east side of Cleveland with various members of different cliques and hoods. And the word is, it's one shooter, a female shooter. And, like I said, certain shit I gotta be, kind of tactful how I put it out there. But so niggas then put together that this is one female, and if you think about it, it's really clever. We already hip to the backdoor game, but this is some different type of shit. We're talking about a female who she sometimes poses as a stripper. She's on Backpage. She got a fake Instagram account. She got a social media presence, but it's not anything that can lead back to an actual identification. She's almost like a shadow. You know what I'm saying? A mystery woman. But if her identity is known in certain circles in the street. But so this chick, what she does, our opt has been selected. Like in the case of the stripper, which posing as a stripper, link up with these, because like I said, your ops know your moves, man. A lot of time, your ops, you be intimate with your ops. In other words, like, y'all know each other. Y'all know each other's family. That's usually how this shit work. So niggas be knowing your moves. They know what strip clubs you go to. They know the places you like to frequent. So it ain't nothing to set you up that way. So chick posing as a stripper, fake identity, all that. Link up with the nigga. In the premise of, after doing the lap dance, we gonna link up later, woo-woo. You know how them things go. And popped the nigga out in the car and left him in the car, leaking, bleeding out. And so, like I said, it's been, a routine. And niggas been putting together, this is the same female. Now, what make this shit is really clever, because if you think about it, a female can change her appearance like easily. You got women, once they leave out that bathroom, man, they could look like somebody completely different. Different hair, the makeup. A chick, my complexion can make herself even lighter, darker. So she's not gonna look the same every time. You know what I'm saying? So she's pretty much she's a hitman, a female hitman, if that makes sense. A serial stepper. You know what I'm saying? And as I said, man, it's becoming more and more prominent as far as the female shooters. And like I said, man, most street niggas, one of their main weaknesses do be they lust. That's how a lot of street niggas get hit up, fucking with these women. So this chick has knocked off, like I said, 8, 9, 10 bodies. So it's being said, and an associate of an associate, so I am aware of one of her, so-called victims. But like I said, this isn't new, but it's gonna be new to a lot of the rest of the country, as far as because we know it's plenty of niggas out here that got bodies. You know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, you could call them serial killers, you can call them serial shooters, however you want to put it. But it's kind of rare to run across a female out here doing hits. She is taking numbers and doing hits on random niggas around the city. You know what I'm saying? And in disguise, a different disguise every time. And it sounds like some shit out of a movie. And it said that she be in and out the city. It's a lot of speculation on her identity. But like I said, niggas have put some shit together. And it's only a matter of time before, they get at her or her people. So all that to say, you niggas, like I've been saying before, man, if you a street nigga, you a so-called gangster or whatever, and you move in that way, y'all niggas need to chill with moving around with chicks who be from your city, man. It don't matter if she from a different part of town. Once they become aware of you, man, that kind of open up the door for all type of possibilities. These ain't nobody out here loyal to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And once you cross somebody or you stop benefiting them, it ain't nothing for them to turn around and then, you know what I'm saying, set the play up. So, but yeah, it is what it is, man. 216 Skano. You already know.